Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Zac Kennedy, Home Marketing Specialist with eXp Realty in Birmingham, Alabama. And as you can see today, the weather's a little overcast. We had some rain come through. It is November, so we're getting into the rainy part of the year for us here in Birmingham. And on a day like this where it's a little chilly, rainy, overcast, you might be tempted just to stay home and relax and not get out of the house. But if you're a little more active or you've got kids and you're looking for something to do, I've got 18 things that you can do in Birmingham, Alabama when it's raining. So I'll give you this list now. This is in no particular order, just 18 things that I've enjoyed doing myself or friends enjoy doing, just so you can spend the rainy season out and about a little bit more rather than just kicking it at the house. Number one on the list is Barber Vintage Motorsports Museum. This is actually in Leeds, so it's about 15 minutes out of the city on I-20 headed towards Atlanta. It's actually the world's largest motorcycle museum. So there's over 1,200 motorcycles, stock cars, Indy cars, and classic cars that you can go and learn more about. You can go and see. There's floors and floors of really cool motorcycles and cars that you can go check out. There's also a track. There are races, motorcycle races throughout the year that are really fun to go to. Really good chance to meet people, have a good time. So Barber Vintage Motorsports Museum, I highly recommend you check that one out. Number two on the list is the McWane Science Center. That's downtown. The McWane Science Center is fun for kids, obviously. There's all kinds of, you learn while you play. So, there's all kinds of experiments that you can run. Everything is very interactive. It's fun for people my age. I've gone on first dates at McWane Science Center. It's a lot of fun for everybody. It's a good chance to get the kids running around and get tired. There's also an IMAX movie theater that's really, really awesome. Just check online to see what is showing at the McWane Science Center. It's super cheap and easy to go and spend a day there, so highly recommend that when it's raining. And number three, Birmingham Museum of Art. There's all kinds of galleries and installations coming in, new ones coming in every day, different exhibits, so check online to see what is available there. The cool thing about the Museum of Art in Birmingham is it's completely free. It's recommended that you just drop $1 or $2, small donation when you walk in, but really fun stuff. There's a good chance to learn about Alabama artists as well, so tons of Alabama artists are featured at the Museum of Art, so highly recommend checking that one out. That scared me. Number four is Alabama Theater. I recently did a video about the Alabama Theater. Right now, the holiday film series is starting, and it's going to be between December 9th and 22nd. There's going to be 22 total holiday films, Christmas movies showing at the Alabama Theater. Showings are already starting to sell out. So if you're watching this video near the published date, you better go online and check that out. Go to Ticketmaster and go ahead and lock down your tickets for you, your family, friends, significant others, whatnot. So Alabama Theater is a really good place to spend the day when it's rainy. Number five is High Point Climbing and Fitness. So if you're a rock climbing enthusiast and it's wet and rainy, the rocks are slippery, you can still get practice in, still get your training in at High Point. That's on Highway 280, southeast of the city. It's really easy to get to, and it's really great for kids. They got a lot of kids programs as well. So if you're looking for something for your children to do and you want to tire them out, or just a new hobby for them, High Point's a lot of fun. Me personally, I can't rock climb. I can't do that. I don't know how they do it. We saw them like speed climbing at the World Games. Unbelievable. I don't know how those folks do that, but it's really good exercise as well. So when it's nasty weather outside, can't get out in the nature, you can still get your practice in at High Point on Highway 280. Number six, brewery hop. We got breweries everywhere here, all different kinds, all across the city, serving all different types of beer. So I recommend good people. You can hop from brewery to brewery downtown, and then like Irondale for sure. There's some in Hoover. Let me see. Irondale is great. Good People is great. Trim Tab is probably my favorite. There's a whole bunch of them popping up. Also, it's not a brewery, but a great place to try new things. They sell beer and wine, and that's Hop City. It's in Pepper Place. My friend Stacy works at Hop City, so go see her. That's a good place to try new beers as well. And they also have really good food trucks. So Fat Charles is my favorite food truck here. So if you haven't had Fat Charles, go check that out. They also have Cousin's Maine Lobster, which is really good. Just be prepared to pay like 40 bucks for a roll, but it's worth it. It's so good. Number 7 is Urban Air Trampoline and Adventure Park. So if you've never been to a trampoline park, this is awesome for the kids. They have all kinds of different things. They've got like just straight runs where if you tumble, you can do that stuff. They've got foam pits you can jump into. They've got basketball goals you can dunk on. I think they even play like dodgeball and trampolines now. So if you need to tire the kids out, or you need somewhere to go for like a birthday party or some kind of celebration, Urban Air Trampoline and Adventure Park is a good one to stop by. Number 8, and I don't know a lot about this, but it's pretty new, and that's the Magic City E-Plex. This is like esports, so gaming. So if you got a kid that's super into gaming, I know like Fortnite's been huge the past couple years. The Magic City E-Plex is a good place that you can take them where they can meet other people, interact with other kids rather than just be online all the time, but still enjoy doing the thing that they do, which is gaming. So I don't know a whole lot about that, but I know it's in Crestwood Festival Center. So if you head out of downtown on Crestwood Boulevard, that's Highway 78, and you're just going towards Irondale, you'll run into the Festival Center. So that's where it's at. I'd be interested to learn a little bit more about that, see what all they got going on. I'm sure there's virtual reality stuff, so may want to take the kids to check that one out. Number 9 is What's on Second. This is such a cool store. It used to actually be on 2nd Avenue downtown, but it's really an eclectic shop where you can buy all sorts of things like antique stuff, kind of tchotchke things, but really cool stuff at What's on Second. They just moved to 5 Points. I think it was last year or the year before. So you're gonna find all kinds of stuff in there. Like if you just bought a house and you're looking to decorate a little bit, or you're looking to redecorate, this is the kind of stuff, like conversation starter kind of gifts and things you can put around your house. Really cool stuff. I've gotten old like vintage postcards and sent them to my past clients before. So there's a lot of cool stuff at What's on Second. 5 Points is a good place to spend a rainy day anyway. Number 10 is the Autobahn Speedway in Bessemer. So my girlfriend Maggie, we went on our first date here, and it was so cool. It's go-kart racing indoor, but these things are freaking fast. Like they hum. So you have usually 8 to 10 people on the track at a time, and you're in, just a standard go-kart like you think of like bumper cars. But these things fly, and the turns are fast and quick. So it's really exciting, I think. There's the bell. So Autobahn Speedway in Bessemer is a lot of fun. They also have axe throwing as well, and I'm pretty sure they have a few video games too. That's a lot of fun. Number 11 is Seasick Records. Seasick moved from Crestwood, like where the Crestwood Tavern and all that. They moved from there a little bit closer to Avondale. It's in that same shopping center with Mom's Basement and Orr Mercantile. Seasick Records has always got the newest records that have come out. Like they probably got Midnights by Taylor Swift on vinyl right now. They have the best wax in the city, in my opinion. They have cool apparel too. So if you're into records, if you're a collector of records, Seasick is a great place to stop and grab some new stuff. Even their vintage stuff is in really good shape. There's no bends or warps or anything, so go check out Seasick. Good prices too. Number 12, and this one's probably obvious, but the River Chase Galleria. I really thought about some of the outlet malls that we have, but considering I'm just trying to think of like if it's pouring down rain, you don't really want to be going outside. So go to River Chase Galleria. For a time, it emptied out during COVID, but they actually still did pretty well revenue-wise. So there are new stores coming to the River Chase Galleria. It's got a food court, so River Chase Galleria is good. Belt, Macy's, High Point, I think, for like outdoor apparel and stuff. Foot Locker, every shoe store you can imagine. Express, I can go on. There's a Vans store. So there's a lot of really good stores at the River Chase Galleria, and of course there are restaurants on the outside of the property as well. Number 13 is Red Cat Coffee Shop. This is one of my favorite coffee shops in the city. It's in Pepper Place as well, just east of downtown. There's a lot of really cool stuff in Pepper Place. I really like Red Cat because there's a lot of people that work there remotely or just on their laptops, and it's a good place to meet people, talk about business, network, stuff like that. And their coffee's delicious, and they have little snacks too. So if you're looking for a place to go and work and it's just nasty outside, you don't want to be outdoors, go to Red Cat Coffee Shop. Recommended. Number 14 is City Walk Birmingham. I did do a video on City Walk as well, a complete and full walkthrough. City Walk is completely covered, so you're under 2059 bridge the whole way, and it's huge. So you're not going to get rained on when you're there. You can just go and hang out. There are bars and restaurants all around uptown as well. The Museum of Art, so that'd be like something you could walk to after the museum. There are pickleball courts that are covered. There's a dog park. There's a playground that the kids can go to. There's like an artistic skating rink. I didn't really know a lot about artistic skating or really how big of a culture there is here in Birmingham until the World Games that we hosted this past summer. And artistic skating, like rollerblading, was an event, and it was huge, and it was kind of fun to watch. I don't know if you got Roll Bounce with Bow Wow is one of my favorite movies from like the 2000s. So it's pretty cool to see artistic skating kind of having a renaissance or just getting popular now. Me and my buddy were at Venice Beach last year in California, and there were hundreds of people out for an artistic rollerblading event. So there's a rink in Birmingham. It's pretty cool. So if you're into something like that, or if you do rollerblade or you want to pick up a new hobby, there's a pretty wild culture going down, and that's at City Walk too. Number 15, this is not really something I do, but something for the ladies perhaps, is the spa at Ross Bridge. So the Ross Bridge Master Plan Community in Hoover, the Renaissance Hotel that accompanies the golf course, the Ross Bridge Golf Course as well. They have an award-winning spa, I hear. So I've got several realtor friends that have gone there for spa days. So if it's nasty, it's raining, go get a massage. Go chillax out at the spa at Ross Bridge. I hear it's really great. Number 16 is the Pelham Civic Ice Complex. So I believe they've already started with public skate for ice skating. They also do hockey, like youth hockey there. The Birmingham Bulls play at Pelham. So if it's nasty outside, not sure what to do, go ice skating. It's so much fun. I need to check to see if they're doing another rink at Railroad Park downtown, because I did that a few years ago, and that was a lot of fun. It was a little bit smaller of a rink, and it was cut up. They didn't resurface it as much, but it was still fun because you got the lights of downtown out there. So before you go to Pelham, because it's a lot of fun. That the rink's bigger, it's a lot more space to fall like me. But check out Railroad Park too, in case they put the rink back up. I'm not sure if they're going to do that. Number 17 is Bolero. This is a bowling alley. It's on 280 as well. It is it's right past Grandview. So there's a shopping center past Grandview Medical Center, and Bolero is there. There's a Target in that shopping center, World Market. There's a lot of stuff right there. The Bolero there is awesome. There's so many lanes. There's, for the most part, there's always going to be a lane open no matter how big your party is, except on maybe a Wednesday when they do a league night. When they're doing league nights, you might want to call ahead. I think it may be on Wednesday night. But if there's a league night, you're toast. You're not getting on because there's so many people in bowling leagues. But that's one of my favorite alleys. I like Oak Mountain Lanes too because it's got an arcade on it as well. That's pretty sweet. But Bolero on Highway 280 is one of the better bowling alleys in the city. And last, number 18 is Paramount Bar. So Paramount is downtown. It's a bar. It's a huge bar area. There's other seating as well. There's TVs everywhere, and they're always playing cool music. And there's also a small arcade as well. So if you're looking for something and it's gross outside, go to Paramount because it's a lot of fun. It's a great first date spot. It's a good place to take the kids where, mom and dad or whoever can have a couple beers, get a good meal. The food's delicious. And then just send the kids over to the arcade to play there. So that's my 18. These are 18 things you can do when the weather's nasty outside in Birmingham. We're at that time of the year. We're like 54, 55 inches of rain annually. So it's not too much rain. It's mostly Now in the late fall and winter is when it gets kind of gross. And then sometimes in the spring when it gets hot, it comes in, it just rains like crazy for an hour and then it kind of goes away. But don't stay cooped up inside. Get outside and see the beauty of our city. If I missed anything, you got some suggestions, drop them in the comments. That way I can share that with everybody else. So thank you guys for watching. Over the holiday season, I hope you get to enjoy some time with your family. I really appreciate you subscribing to the channel. These are a lot of fun to make. So if you know anybody that needs to buy or sell real estate, obviously tell them to shoot me a text or a DM, and see you guys later.